understated Marcus Mariota, except that his nickname is, well, Marcus. One thing we do know, his job as Tennessee's starter isn't in jeopardy. Now, there's been some rumblings that Ryan Tannehill may take the starter role from Mariota, but head coach Mike Vrabel reiterating that Mariota is the starter and Tannehill's job as the backup is to push number 8 and make them both better. Broncos offensive coordinator Rich Scangarello tells the Denver Post the team has actually already installed most of their offense because, quote, we wanted to find out what guys could do in our offense and what their best strengths are. When we come back for fall camp, we can hone in on the plays and schemes that are best tailored to the personnel we have in Joe Flacco's strengths. Well, the Bills ranked second in overall defense in 2018 and led the league in defensive passing yards allowed. Pretty good stats, but Pro Bowl safety Micah Hyde expects even more in 2019, telling the Buffalo News the Bills' D is going to be a lot better this season. The addition of Ed Oliver should help the defense that ranked 26th in sacks. And Julio Jones and the Falcons have both said they're optimistic about an agreement on a long-term contract extension. And the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that contract talks between Jones and the team are expected to heat up now with training camp that's approaching on July 22nd. Of course, owner Arthur Blank has said that he wants Jones to be a Falcon for life. And for his part, Jones has said he doesn't care if he is the top-paid wide receiver in the league, but needless to say, Kay and guys, he is going to get paid and get paid handsomely very soon here.
Ain't lying about that.
Hopefully before training camp starts, we can get that out of the way and focus on what's going on the field. Will, we appreciate you. Let's count down to training camp presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans every day. We will be focusing on one of the biggest training camp storylines. Today's topic, Aaron Rodgers.
All right, okay.
New head coach. Matt LaFleur's offense will reportedly limit audibles. Rodgers said this about his conversations with LaFleur. It's a conversation in progress. I don't think you want to ask me to turn off 11 years of recognizing defenses. We have a number of check with me's and line of scrimmage stuff. It's just the other stuff that really not many people in this league can do. That's not like a humble brag or anything. That's just a fact. Kyle, we haven't gotten your take on this.
Yeah.
How important will training camp be for Aaron Rodgers and LaFleur to get on the same wavelength?
We have to correct one thing. The term humble brag gets misused all the time. That was just a brag. Just a good old, for a humble brag,
good old-fashioned
you
brag.
have to first insult yourself. Like a humble brag is be like, I'm definitely the least famous person in first class. Like that's a humble brag.
Okay, yeah.
I'm terrible at taking care of my infinity pool. That is, Aaron Rodgers was just a brag. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like, no one can do what I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's great.
But is he wrong?
No, he's completely right, which is why I love it. We got to fix the humble brag industry. As far as his relationship with LaFleur, I think it's not only fascinating because we do want him to have a catalyst at this point in his career, right? We want to see the new things, but it's like, take care of the classics. When the old bands go around, you still got to play the hits. Don't change the set list
Talk about it.
And could it be more complicated, the fact that LaFleur is dragging his leg around in some sort of golf cart or scooter who can't be himself because he blew out his Achilles? Make Aaron Rodgers better. Don't you go changing the classic. You guys still got to play the hits. It's delicate.
Yeah, speaking of playing the hits, I was at Essence Fest in New Orleans last weekend. And on Friday, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, she did her thing, right? Oh, yeah. And she played the classics, right? You know, You Can't Stop the Rain, which is one of my favorite songs, but also Get Your Freak On. And I feel like if you're a Green Bay Packers fan and you're listening to Matt LaFleur saying we're going to limit Aaron Rodgers' audibles, and his response is, listen, I can't turn off 11 years of being great. You better get your freak on. You better freak out because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like you got to let Aaron Rodgers do him. I mean, the simple fact that he has that high level of intelligence and he's been in the league so long, can recognize defenses in a split second and be able to change the play, and everybody else is on the same page. That's something only a handful of quarterbacks can do in the league. So why take away that superpower?
So why even have a head coach? Like, what is he there to do? I don't get it. So the question is, what do they have to do, or how can they get on the right page in training camp? Training camp, clearly the most vital time these two are going to have together. Him with an Achilles tear on a golf cart and Aaron Rodgers. And they're already sort of having words about this to the media before they even get on the field. So how do you, as Matt LaFleur, walk in and get Aaron Rodgers to buy in to whatever you're going to do, to whatever limits, to whatever little tweaks and changes? How do you do that, Nate?
Speak less and you do more from a teaching standpoint. Like talking to the media and saying, you know, we got to get on the same page and I got to limit this and limit. I can care less about what is going on. I'd rather that relationship be solidified and fortified with the head coach showing Aaron Rodgers day by day. Now, here's the thing.
Is Aaron going to let him show him? I don't know.
Yeah, listen, in a classroom, when they're sitting back and it's head coach and quarterback, of course, they're going back and forth, and it's basically a competition of intelligence, which it's iron sharpening iron. And Aaron Rodgers is going to sit back at some point and be like, you know what? This dude knows exactly what he's talking about, and I can trust him, and vice versa. But I still feel like you have to give Aaron Rodgers the freedom and the luxury to do what he does best. And some of our favorite plays are Aaron Rodgers being creative.
Totally.
Pre-snap and post-snap. So why even limit that? Why even say that to us?
Because they weren't successful last
Just say we're working on things.
They were running the ball.
You gotta show Aaron Rodgers something he doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like, and he knows pretty much all of it. You gotta come in and say, I can help you get better. Here's how. Let me show you some things that maybe you never thought of before. That, I think, will earn respect. Because Rodgers, he knows almost everything about the game. Someone who can come in and make you better at this stage in your career. And, guys, let's not forget, the first game is at Soldier Field on Thursday night in front of the whole world. So there's no warm-up period. We got a soft month in September. Like, it is right into the fire. They better be good.
Now, let me say this. What? Now, you know, this is LaFleur's first time as a head coach, right? There's going to be some moments this season where the pressure is going to feel heavier than 315 pounds on his back on a squat rack.
It's the pressure that I would feel at the Essence Fest.
That's exactly. Yes. Okay. Actually, you're invited to the barbecue, so you'll be good.
I was at a Panera in Westchester.
That's pretty much the same thing, right?
Same deal.
But Aaron Rodgers, we've seen Aaron Rodgers in those moments. And one thing I do know about Aaron Rodgers, playing against him and now watching him as a fan, he's never crumbled under pressure. I'm not saying that LaFleur will, but say there's a situation. He better not, okay? So he sends in a play. Aaron Rodgers looks at the sideline and saying, damn, we got 30 seconds left, and this is what you calling? And Aaron Rodgers is going to have that innate response to say, let me change this because I know what's going to work in this situation.
That's not fair because Aaron Rodgers, until Matt LaFleur does mess up, then Aaron Rodgers is going to have to find a way, and Matt LaFleur is going to have to find a way to get them to buy in, to trust him until it goes awry.
I agree. And
you have to trust Matt LaFleur
100%.
Totally.
Especially as an offensive
Does Aaron Rodgers owe Matt LaFleur the chance to have complete control? Or does LaFleur owe Aaron Rodgers the chance to do it his way?
It's a good question.
You know what I mean?
This is what it is. I would describe Aaron Rodgers as a player, and even in the media, as he doesn't suffer fools. You know what I mean? Like, he is very smart, and you better keep up with him. And I remember Eric Spoelstra coming in and coaching the Heat, and LeBron bumping shoulders with him. And he's like, I'm LeBron. Like, you're Spoelstra. You know, I'm Rodgers. So I feel like Coach has, like, the toughest job because not only has to do it, he's got to do it by the opener because it's go time.
Yeah.
All right, LaFleur might have the toughest job in the league, but which quarterback has the best supporting cast in the NFC East? That's right, we are going deep into that division all day long here on GMFB. And back to the NFC North, all the talk is the Bears' defense. Will Chicago's season come down to one Mitch, two Mitch, or